One thing you need to note that most customers have reservations about online shopping. How do I get my customers to trust me? How do I build my brand trust? And that is where I come in. I want to help you and give you some tips that will help you to build your brand trust. Hello, hi, and welcome to the CEO Mindset. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and turning on your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Today I'm going to talk about how to build a brand trust online. Many people have online shops, and we know that in this digital era, your business can't succeed if it's not online. Now, the big question is, how do I make people to trust me? How do I make my customers to trust me? Because with online shopping, it's all about trust. If your name is not built out there, if you are not a big name in the industry, you're just starting out, or you've just started out and you've not gotten many customers, the first question will be, how do I get my customers to trust me? How do I build my brand trust? And that is where I come in. I want to help you and give you some tips that will help you to build your brand trust. Number one, have good customer service. Remember, the customer is king. So when a customer talks to you, how do you interact with your customers? One thing you need to note that most customers have reservations about online shopping, and you have to be very patient with them because they'll ask you very obvious questions. It may seem annoying, but you have to understand that this is somebody who is trying to trust you. They've not met you, they don't know you, but they like your product. And since you don't have a physical shop, they have to ask seemingly obvious questions. Questions like, why should I send you money before I see the product? Can you give me the product before I give you money? Where are you located? Well, you've indicated so clearly that you are an online shop, but the customer will still ask you, do you have a physical shop? If you have one, you can direct them. If you don't have, be patient and be polite to them and tell them you don't have a physical shop, you have an online shop. So be very patient and talk to your customers so well. In as much as they're asking those questions that seem so obvious, remember, they're trying to trust you. They want to invest the money in your product, so they have to get all the information they need. So be very patient with your customers and practice good customer service. And when you do that, remember, one customer can bring you 10 customers. One satisfied customer can bring you 10 more customers. And one dissatisfied customer will make you lose several customers. So ensure that your customer service is top notch. Number two, be reliable. If you are an online seller, ensure that you're online most of the time. When you post a product and a customer makes an inquiry, ensure that you be as responsive as possible. If you provide a phone number, ensure that it is a number that is reachable. If you have a WhatsApp where customers can contact you, ensure that immediately they contact you, you're able to respond to them. Because if you take long before you respond, the customer may get annoyed, or they may consider going to a different service providers. So ensure that you're always on your phone, you're always on your page, answering to customers' questions, taking their orders. And if you feel that you're getting too many orders, the work is overwhelming, consider hiring a social media manager. It will help you with that. Number three, be very honest. Honesty is key, especially when it comes to online selling. I'll give you an example. You make a post either on a page or in a group of a product you're selling, and a customer asks you, how much is this product? You tell them, come to my inbox, side chat me. That is not how to sell. When you post a product and a customer asks you how much it is, respond to that post. Put your price in that post. It will help you to build trust with your customer. Other than that, always share every tiny details that your customer needs to know, because to thrive in online selling, you must provide as much information as possible. If you are charging for delivery, ensure that your customer knows that you are charging for delivery. If somebody has to pay deposit, ensure that you tell them, I charge this amount of deposit after you place your order. If you only start processing orders after they've placed if you only start processing orders when somebody has placed a deposit, ensure that they know that. When you give so much information to your customers, they're able to make a prompt decision whether to buy from you or not, and you'll avoid having these issues of misunderstanding. For example, I paid you my deposit, you've not delivered, or I placed an order, or the customer will tell you, I placed an order, and then you're like, you did not pay a deposit. So ensure you give all the information that your customer needs and put it out there. If you have a till number, if you have an M-Pesa number, if they're paying through cash, ensure all those information is on your page and it's clearly indicated and listed there. Reveal so much information about your products so that you prevent these misunderstandings between vendor-customer issues that we've seen online. Number 4, rent a shelf. If you are an online seller and you don't have a physical shop, there are several places in the CBD or in town whereby people offer places where you rent a shelf. You go and put your products there. When a skeptical customer wants to know or feel or touch your products, you can direct them to that shelf, to that shop where you rented a shelf. They can have a look at your items and then place their orders. And also, after you're done making the order, you can put it in your rented shelf and then they come and pick. So when you do this, you build trust to the skeptical customers or those customers who've been conned online or they don't trust online sellers. So rent a shelf. It is one way to build trust with your customers, that they can have a place they can come to and pick their items and also see the items or the products that you sell. Number 5, ensure that you share reviews. After you've sold to a customer, request them to go and leave a review on your page. And if a customer writes a negative comment or a negative review, don't delete it. Most people fear that the negative comments may sell them in the bad way, but actually it can sell you in a good way. If somebody writes a negative comment and then you make a response, you could actually get a customer by the way you've responded to that negative review. So don't hide your reviews, share your reviews, leave them open. Nowadays, most customers, before they buy an item, they always go and look at the reviews. What are people saying about you? What are people saying about your product? So ensure you don't hide your reviews. Leave them out there and let people know and get to know the experience of other customers. It will boost your sales and it will also make new customers to trust you because of the reviews that they have seen on your social media. Last but not least, put a face to your brand. Most customers want to know the person they are interacting with. They don't want to feel like they're interacting with a robot. So ensure that once in a while, not on a daily basis, ensure that you post yourself on your social media. Ensure that you interact with your customers so that they can know that they're not dealing with a robot, but they're dealing with a human being. When you do this, they'll feel more good and they'll feel like they're interacting with a human being. And that is what most people want to feel and most customers want to feel, that human to human interaction. So ensure that you keep them updated, show your face to them, let them know the face behind the brand that they're buying from. Put a face to your brand. It will build more trust between you and the customers, and they'll feel like they're talking to a human being. You know, that human to human interaction is very important. So put a face to your brand. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this video and I want to thank you so much for staying with me. If you like this content, please like and drop a comment so that I can know what you think about it. I would want to hear from you. Don't forget to share it out to your friends who may benefit from it. Until the next video, goodbye.